There we go. Look at this. Everyone's muted. Wonderful. Here we are for the first Mindful Monday meditation. Oh, cracker up the nose helps. Whoever watches this back will be wondering what that's about. Um, so first one of the new year, and it's good to be live and back here. Laughter, by the way, is always a wonderful way to relax. And yawning. Just force a yawn and you can't help but start to relax. Um, That's all we did that, didn't we? On that one breathwork one. Yeah, I remember doing that. It's also if you're going to go singing, actually, if you're singing or public speaking, yawning and forcing yawns beforehand helps. It relaxes all the muscles in the throat and helps you kind of warms your throat up. Just drop that in there. Meditation and singing guidance today. So yawning helps. Don't always talk about yawning. It does. Shouldn't have mentioned it. Try not to yawn. Um, So I'm focusing. Right, so we are today, it's our Monday meditation. We're going to go through our three steps just in case anyone's watching this that hasn't watched it before. There's nothing we're going to do that you can't do. We're going to ask you to breathe, to focus, and to relax. Three things you were born with the natural ability to do. No one ever had to even teach you. So this will be easy, will it not? Um, we're going to begin. Sessions always go through kind of like three phases. We're going to start with our general relaxation meditations. Then we're going to shift on to the middle part, which is for the foreseeable future, is going to be kind of like guided journey, kind of like the hypno journeys that we've done in the past. Um, but they're going to be open-ended, very general, because I can sit here and go, right, I think we'll have, inner peace as a theme this week. Um, but actually, that might not be what you need this week. You might need a bit of inner grr because you got something to deal with, or you got to go and tackle the neighbor over the wheelie bin or something. I don't know. And so the middle bit is going to be designed to help connect your connect you to the resources you need this week rather than me specifically saying this is what you're going to get from this. And it might even be that you're not consciously aware of what those resources you need are yet, but your unconscious mind will have a better idea. And so by putting it in the middle section there, we're going to be able to utilize that to help you just get a good week. That's all we want. We want people to have a good week. And finally, we'll finish with our loving kindness meditation, which I have to say it feels like ages since we've done. So it'll be really nice to do that. Just take a. So I'll ask you to have a fidget to get comfortable. If you're doing this for the first time, main thing is don't, when you're sitting or lying, don't be crouched up and restrict your breathing. You want to be able to breathe freely. Being able to breathe is quite a useful occupation. And the easier you can breathe, the easier you can get into this. So we'll begin as we always begin by taking 3 deep breaths together. And you may choose to close your eyes and relax on the first breath. You may choose to close your eyes and relax on the second breath, or you may wait until the third breath to close your eyes and relax. But whenever you choose to close your eyes and relax, I know you can get the most out of this today. So taking a deep breath in, hold it, and breathing out. Taking a deep breath in, hold it, breathing out. Taking a deep breath in, hold it, and breathing out. Your eyes closed. There really is nothing to do. Just breathe, listen, And as you breathe and listen, you can relax and let go. And it's good to relax. The more you relax, the better you can feel. The better you feel, the more you can relax now with each moment and each breath. And tell yourself, I am going to relax. I am going to meditate. Everyday thoughts will not disturb me. Sounds round about will not distract me. It all just helps me relax and go deeper now. And return to your natural breath and just follow that breath. Just imagine that you're breathing in, and as you're breathing in, following that breath all the way down as though you're breathing into the very tips of your toes. And then breathing all the way back out again. As you breathe in, just imagine you're breathing in calm and relaxation. As you breathe out, you're breathing out tension and stress. Breathing in that calm and relaxation. Breathing out tension and stress. That's right. And I want you to bring your attention to the soles of your feet and begin to imagine that the soles of your feet are beginning to fill with light, radiant light. Now, I don't know what color that light is that will allow you to get the most from today's session, that will relax and soothe and calm and heal. But just imagine that light now filling the base of your feet, radiant and glowing with light. As you continue to breathe in and out and listen to my voice, that light starts to fill the body, filling the feet and the ankles, relaxing, unwinding. From the ankles up the shins and calves to the knees. Radiant, glowing with light. And from there, through the knees, up through the legs, upper legs into the hips, soothing, relaxing light. From the hips up into the base of the spine, the lower stomach, soothing, healing light, radiant, glowing with light. filling the body all the way up to the upper back and chest, into the shoulders, glowing with light, healing light. From there down into the shoulders, the upper arms, down into the elbows, to the forearms, to the wrists, to the tips of the fingers, glowing with light, radiant with light. And the shoulders up the neck, soothing, healing light to the lower jaw, back of the head, face, the forehead, to the crown of the head, all radiant, glowing with light. As you breathe out, just imagine that light flowing and radiating out from you down the left-hand side, from the top of the head, all the way down to the feet. And then as you breathe back in, that light ray coming up to the right-hand side from the feet, all the way back up to the top of the head. Continue to circulate that light throughout the body, allowing it to flow and spin within you. Then switch that, so as you breathe in, that light's coming up the back of your body, up the back of the legs, up your back to the top of the head. As you breathe out, it flows all the way down your front, back down to the tips of the toes. And continue to spin and flow that light within you. And then switch it again. So this time as you breathe in, that light flows all the way up from the feet, all the way out through the top of the head. As you breathe out, it fountains out through the top of the head and cascades all around you. Up through the center, cascading and showering all around you. That's right. And take another deep breath in, hold in, And when you breathe out, I want you to imagine yourself stirred in a clearing in a forest. Breathing out now. Be there in that forest. See the things you see, hear the things you hear. Get a sense for a feel of how it is to be there in that forest now. That's right. And as you look around, you notice three paths, one to the left of you, one in front of you, and one to the right. And I'm wondering, will you take the left-hand path to connect with those qualities and resources you need to have a good week? Will you take the middle path to connect with those strengths and resources that you need to have a good week? Or will you take the right hand path to really connect with those strengths and resources you need to have a good week? Whichever path you need to take to connect to those resources and those strengths to have a good week, take that path now. Follow that path, see what you see, hear what you hear, sense and feel all that you sense and feel. Up ahead, you notice the path splits into two different directions. You take the left path to connect with those strengths and resources you need to have a good week. Or you take the right hand path to connect with those strengths and resources that you need to have a good week, whichever you choose, to connect with that strength and resources that you have. Take that path now. Continue on along, seeing what you see, hearing what you hear. Getting a feel for that journey. Up ahead, you start to find yourself walking along a hedge. It's a tall hedge. Can't really see beyond it. A little way up, there's a gate. And I don't know what that gate looks like to you, but written upon the gate is your name. Whatever lies beyond there is just for you. Get a sense of that gate. See it. Maybe it reminds you of something. Maybe it's a grand gate, maybe it's a simple gate, however that gate is for you. So you step through that gate now, and the path begins to descend. Like an old drover's track, it's sunk, the banks either side rising up above your head as it descends, lined with trees that were once just a hedge. As you descend down this path, it turns sharply and you stop a moment. Around the corner, you can hear the crackling of a fire. You can smell the smoke in the air. Beyond this corner, by the fire, there is someone or something waiting to meet you. I don't know who or what that is, that will allow you to access the strengths and the resources you need to have a great week. And as that time is your time, in a moment, quite now, but then, you can go round and discover what waits for you by the fire that will allow you to find the strength and the resources that you really need to have a great week. So go round that corner to the fireside now. I will join you in a moment. Just a little while longer now. Taking in all that is there that will allow you to access the resources and strengths that you need to have a great week. Even if you're not aware of what you need just yet, your inner self knows. And so it's time to leave this place, but before doing so, you notice 3 items, 3 gifts. One is a goblet, a chalice waiting. The second is a leather-bound notebook. And the third is a single rose. I wonder, will you choose the chalice to bring with you to have a good week, accessing the resources and strengths that you have? Will you choose the leather-bound book to have a good week and access the resources and strengths that you have? Or will you choose the single rose to have a good week and access those strengths and resources that you have? Whichever you choose now to access those strengths and resources you have and have a great week. Collect that gift now. And you return back up that path, back up to the gate, bringing with you all that you've gained, even if you're not consciously aware of that yet. And heading off back along the track, past the hedge, back to the fork in the path, back to that clearing in the woodlands, in a forest. And from the center of that forest, that image of the forest begins to fade. But all that you've gained stays with you, allowing you to access any resources and strength you need this week to have a good week. And as the image of the forest fades, I wonder where within you now you can begin to feel a sense of deep, loving kindness. I don't know where that begins to start for you now, whatever that is. But allow that feeling to begin to spin and flow within you, mingling with that light that was generated when we started, filling the body with a radiant, loving kindness. And as you allow that loving kindness to flow, become aware of yourself standing in front of yourself. Maybe it's an aspect of yourself, or maybe it's just you as you are now. But be aware of you stood there in front of you. And however you do this now, allow that loving kindness to flow from you to that other you, bathing and enfolding that other you in that loving kindness. And then allowing it to flow back to you. That's right. And then allow that image of you to step back into the shadows. And stepping forward is the face of a loved one or group of friends or family, someone you care about. And again, however you choose to do this now, you allow that love, that kindness to flow from you to that person or those people, bathing and enfolding them in loving kindness. That's it. And they step back into the shadows. And someone steps forward who you they're an acquaintance. They're maybe a face you know around town, somebody that maybe you know their name, maybe you don't, maybe you just recognize that they maybe work in a shop near you or you've seen them somewhere before, and they represent those people who we don't know yet, those strangers who are friends we have yet to meet. And again, you allow that loving kindness to flow from you to them, wrapping them and enfolding them in that kindness and that love. And continue. That's it. And that light continues to flow from you to them. And then they step back into the shadows and someone steps forward. Now, this can be somebody that you've found a little difficult recently or somebody who's been a bit challenging. And just allow, however you do that now, that loving kindness to flow from you to them, bathing and enfolding them in that loving kindness. That's it. And that person steps into the shadows. And then everyone steps forwards. And that loving kindness flows from you to them, forming a circle and a network of light, of love and kindness, collectively send out around the world, bathing the world in that love and kindness. That's right. And they all step back into the shadows, and that loving kindness comes back within you, that light flowing. Allow it to spin and flow within you. And you can allow it to spin and flow within you throughout this week, being a light for kindness and love in the world. And just in the time that you are ready now to return, to bring all the blessings of this session with you, the light, the love, the resources and the strength to all to have a wonderful week. When you're ready to do that, have a wonderful week now and feel good. Then you can begin to return back to this time, to this place, becoming aware of the tips of the toes, maybe giving those a bit of a wiggle, tips of your fingers, just give a wiggle of your fingers, and bringing yourself back here into this time, into this place. And when you're fully ready to be here now, then you can have a stretch, have a fidget. And when you're ready and fully back, ready to have a great week, you can that's it, pop your cameras on so I know you're back. There we go. Or put a thumbs up thing in the doodah. You think I'd have found a technical term for it now, but I haven't. But that's okay. There we go. Anne's back. We've got a sparkly star from Anne. Sally's waving. See if Fiona's back. Oh, Sally's surrounded with love. Look at that. He's just bubbling up, bubbling up. Wonderful. Ah, well, fabulous. I hope that was okay for you all. If there's anything you want to, as always, I always save this bit to the end. Anything you want to share from it, then feel free. Or if you just kind of like, I'm good where I'm at, then you're good where you're at. And I've just realized I'm still recording. There we go.